My oh my, have I got some very exciting Microsoft Flight Sim news for you today, from paratroopers jumping out of a Douglas Skytrain by Aeroplane Heaven to the Concorde coming on, wait for it, March the 30th, so within this month, to FS Dream Team showing off a bit of their Ground Services X package, which was a well-loved add-on to the likes of Flight Sim X. A bit of Microsoft news to keep you guys excited today. Behind you, you're seeing my flight to St. Helena from Nambia. It was a great flight, but you didn't come for that, you came for the news. So without further delay, be sure to like, comment and subscribe. Let's get right into it. So we'll start off with the biggest bit of news. Concorde is coming on March the 30th, 2022. That's right, this month has the Concorde launch day within it. Of course, leaving it to the final hour, but it's coming nonetheless. I think it's awesome. And there seems to be some good progress since we last looked at it. Textures have been improved in the cabin, it seemed. Still very rudimental coming towards the interior door, but looking down the cabin, you can see definitely improved near the carpet. So that's good stuff, but I know most people don't actually care about that. Moving into the cockpit, you can see still a bit of work needed, especially when looking towards the autopilot panel, but looking back towards the flight engineer panel, it looks very good, it looks perfectly acceptable. A bit of low textures towards the top of it, it seems, but I hope they'll sort it out soon enough. You've got to remember that this is going for around 28 UK pounds, so it's not certainly by any means premium study level, but it is accessible and by all means affordable. So I really like the way DC Designs are doing it. We will have to probably wait for another company if you want a true to life Concorde, but I gotta be honest, it's hard enough to fly it as it is, it seems. So I'm sure for most people that won't be a worry. It looks even better at night time. I mean, just look at it. Night lighting looks awesome. You know, this looks really good. Done a really good job at it. Even the glow on the back of the VFR chart you've got there, by the looks of it, VFR of South England, it seems, although I might be wrong. And here's one of Concorde with a ramp connected up to it. It just looks perfect, clearly showing you how far they came on with a bit of texturing since we last looked at it. Not looking half as pixelated, which is pretty good. Certainly not perfect, but there's still time until release. 16 days to be exact, so we've got 2 weeks to see any improvements. Moving towards the jetway now, lining up correctly. You know, there's still a bit of work, clearly. And it's not fully connected, I noticed, as he says. But it's just nice to see the Concorde in a pretty standard environment. It looks so futuristic here. You wouldn't really know that this aircraft really only flew 19 years ago. It's amazing how far, almost back in time, we've gone in terms of the aviation industry. Certainly not for the better. Taking a look at Golf Bravo Oscar Alpha Alpha from the back, you can see baggage being loaded up. But doesn't that need to be extended a bit more? Well, yes, it certainly does. I'm sure they'll figure out a way. Looks a bit interesting. Looking closer towards the undercarriage and underneath the front of the fuselage, yeah, it does look a bit it looks like it needs a bit of work here in terms of texturing, just making it a bit more used, because it does look a bit like the decals have just been placed on, much like a sort of Airfix model set. That's what it's reminding me of down here. I'm sure you guys will be able to agree. It just looks a bit plain, so hopefully that will be improved. Overall, it's pretty promising news for Concorde. It's nice to see that we've got a release date of March the 30th. To me, it might spell that they're trying to make sure this is out in March. Leaving it to the final possible hour means they probably would prefer to move on into April. But because they already committed to the March release date, maybe they're just kind of leaving it to the final hour, but I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. You'll be seeing it coming onto my friend, the corporate pilot dad. Tim will be taking a look at the beautiful aircraft. I'm so glad he's got his hands on it before anyone else, because he's going to produce a really reputable and a really honest review of this aircraft, all while probably giving you a good tutorial as well. And then it will be handed out to other content creators. I hope that's me, but I can't confirm it is me, but I'll keep you guys posted. Moving over to Aeroplane Heaven, they've released 72 photos on their Facebook, taking a look at the DC-3 and C-47 in all of its varieties. It is exciting stuff. Now the C-47 is the military converted DC-3 that has the capability to drop paratroopers. I've actually got a little model in my room. My late uncle gave it to me, so it's quite nice to be able to see this aircraft flying in the sim. Now remember, the DC-3 is still in some sort of service in real life, with Buffalo flying it over in Canada, I believe, and Aeroplane Heaven do it justice quite well. I cannot wait to get my hands on it. Paratrooping, that stands out to me. Of course, it's quite a DCS type thing, which you can do with a C-130 on there, which is a mod, but it's nice to see a bit of functionality over a Microsoft Flight Sim. Pretty awesome stuff. You know, you can kind of reenact the Berlin airlift. Not that they're paratrooping out into Berlin, but they were dropping supplies. You guys get what I mean. It just looks nice. Really well textured, really well modelled. No sounds or videos, so we are just relying on sight. The cabin also looks very nice. I think it's something to get really excited for, and it will be a definite buy for me. I cannot wait to take a look at it. Keep it up, Aeroplane Heaven. I've linked their Facebook down below if you do want to look at it. There's plenty of screenshots. It's really exciting stuff, looking incredibly promising in terms of textures and modelling. Moving over to the final bit of news in this video, FS Dream Team have released a video looking at their ground services. This was an add-on everyone loved on Flight Sim X, basically highly realistic ground services and stuff like pre-planned pushback where it would talk to you as well. Well, we'll be getting this on Microsoft Flight Sim. We've got an initial trailer. I think this might be the second one actually. Just taking a look at some of the features. Now, it's still very much work in progress, but it does look really good. You know, really well modelled, great animations, awesome sounds. Sets it apart from the likes of the freeware toolbar pushback and some of the other freeware ground services.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
It's just going to do a lot more than the alternatives. Certainly looks like that. There's a 2-minute 40-second video that I've linked in the description from the team. I really like the custom ramp agents. They move quite well, to be fair, look quite realistic. It's very exciting stuff. Of course, everything you see in the preview is still subject to change, but it's certainly something that makes me really excited. I love the look of the menu as well, which looks really in-depth. Even the stuff like the remove before flight tag, fluttering in the wind. It's looking high spec, it's looking premium quality. I'm very excited for it. What do you guys think? There's your Microsoft Flight Sim news for you today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. Concorde, DC-3, Ground Service X. All very exciting stuff, all very different stuff. If you did enjoy, be sure to like, comment and subscribe. It really does help me out. From me today, last thing I want to say is a big thank you to my first class channel members. A big thank you to Sarah Ansell, Jesse Wiseman, Siefra, Ethan Bubeck, Jonathan Desmond, Captain Matt Russell, Hello and Erwin K. My channel members really do help me out. It's a great way to support the channel, and of course, being fair, in return you get some exclusive perks such as shoutouts like this, custom emojis, custom logos, and of course photo and status updates on your private community tab as well as in the Discord. I'll see you guys around. Have a great day wherever you are. Happy flying. Bye bye.